Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. This reading will span the period approximately between the 12th to the 18th of July and will be for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, love to have you on board. If the readings resonate, please make sure you give them a thumbs up. If they don't resonate, make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. You might find the story or the answers you want there. If you're unsure how to do that, you can do it through Cafe Astrology. But if you just put into Google natal chart, there's several that come up. So some are a little bit more easy to use than others. Just keep in mind that the readings are only general. I am reading, most times for at least 1,000 people. So, okay. I'm using the After Tarot here. I was going to have a change this morning and I forgot to put the old decks away and get the new ones out. I'll have to do that. Alrighty. That's a nice way to start your week. So the Ace of Swords is a card that talks of complete clarity, having a new start, but really understanding where you want to go now, like starting a new journey, but being very, very clear. This is like stepping into your truth here and going after what you want. Sometimes it could be, getting yourself back on a life path, getting into a relationship, but now you've got clarity, you're definitely heading in the right direction. Okay, so it seems to me that maybe you or someone will be making an offer towards you. I actually feel like this is you making an offer here, but it could be either way. The readings do flip-flops. So this is an offer. Now, it can be always an offer to, to help someone out financially. It can be an offer around study, but it can certainly be an offer around something a little bit more stable. But the pages are a very sort of young energy or a very new energy. So I feel that maybe this is sort of touching base with someone to see how, they're sort of going, or if you can help them with something. There's a decision here, though, that has had you in a bit of a pickle, bit of a stalemate. So maybe you've been thinking about making this offer and you've been waiting to get some clarity as to whether to move forward. Now, for some of you, it may be, do I take the offer? I want to have this new start. I'm really clear about the direction I'm going in. And is this offer going to fit with what I want to have in my life? So we've got this decision to be made here. And it's creating what we see as a stalemate, because you're being blind to some of the things that are being shown to you here, but not everything's being shown either. So you may be a little confused by this. I feel with the Ace of Swords, it's like you've already brought stability into your life and you're sort of wondering if, doing this particular thing is going to sort of, I don't know, maybe disrupt your security or take you off your path. Yeah. So there's this sort of feeling now that you're going to have to go right back to the Ace of Swords before you commence or before you start your new journey, to just ask yourself, is everything right now? Because sometimes when the Tower comes through, it talks about us breaking down old constructs or old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking about things, core beliefs. And it could be coming in before you get the Ace of Swords clarity. And I feel like for some of you, this is being brought in by someone either making an offer or opening up to someone. There's an intuition here after seeing that stalemate, which says to me, it's almost like you were stuck, but now you're getting the answers you need. Now you're getting what you want to be able to move forward. So you're probably going to be able to move forward on your path. But before you do, you might need to decide whether you want to move forward on something that's being offered to you, or whether you want to offer someone to something first, and just see if they're in line with this new start that you want. Okay, so first off, I'll just write down it's Virgo. First off, we have the Seven of Wands, which has been coming up for the last 2 weeks in just about every reading, whether it's personal, on here, weeklies, dailies, I have seen this card. The Seven of Swords is standing up and fighting for something. It's very much about standing your ground and making sure that you're fighting for what you want. But it also can be about being too defensive. So in not allowing yourself to move forward because you're keeping yourself stuck by fighting against things. The other thing too that's come up a lot with the messages that have come through in the last couple of weeks is very much about you fighting against the universe. So the universe might be progressing you forward on a path, and they may be making sure you get certain offers. Your spirit guides, the people around you are making sure the offers are coming to you. But sometimes when you're in this energy, it's sort of like you try to fight it off. You're not really trusting what the universe is bringing forth for you here. All right, let's get the story. I tried to work this yesterday so that it would be a little bit less bright. Still trying to work out how to get the right level of brightness for you so you can see it there. So I need to work out whether I need to put that light behind me. Okay, so the Seven of Swords coming through here. So fighting against something. Now for some of you here, you could already be sort of scouting around, keeping an eye on someone, watching out for someone, trying to work out whether somebody is right for you or not. Or that a situation or a particular way of doing things is right for you. For example, if you're being offered a university course, is it the time to take it when everything else in your life seems to be really good and you don't want to get off base with that? So there's a lot of research going on here. And whether that is stalking a person or whether it's sort of doing research on something you want to do, you're very heavily invested in finding out whether you want to move forward with something or not. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups here. And the Three of Cups is about reunion, getting together with family, friends, celebration. And I feel here there is some sort of situation. Let me just put another card down because I feel like something else is coming through. The Five of Pentacles here. I feel like you may have resisted something that you now feel you have lost an opportunity for. So sometimes we fight against things or become really defensive about things, and we push things away, and then we worry that because we've pushed it away, if we've changed our mind, that it may not be available for us. And I feel like somebody's made an offer here. And I feel that you may have been a bit defensive. You may have pushed this offer away. You may have decided it wasn't right for you on your path. But there's been some sort of change of mind here, or your intuition's kicked in to say to you, did you make the right decision? Now, I always say to people, if it's meant for you, it will be on your path. If it's not, you don't have to worry either way, because if it's there, it is. If it's there, it's not. It doesn't make a difference. You just have to let go and allow things to come your way if they should. You can't push or make somebody else or something happen for you if it's not meant to. So for some of you here, it feels like some sort of offer was made to you, and I feel like this is in regards to a relationship. And I feel maybe you just gave it a little bit of a knock back. Or maybe you gave the offer to someone else and they knocked it back. And there's this feeling here that you feel like you've missed out on something. And there's sort of like this energy of keeping an eye on it now. I do have the Sun card coming out here, so you could be dealing with a Leo or somebody with strong Leo. The Lovers card is here. I can tell you now your person hasn't gone anywhere if it's a person. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I feel like some sort of offer had been made in the past, either to you or you made it to someone else, or something that you were going to pursue, and for some unknown reason you decided not to pursue it or to push it aside. Things were going on in your life and you were thinking, I'm not really sure whether I want to really chance something new or move in this direction. But I feel like after the fact, you may have had some sort of insight into something and made a decision then that you wanted to go after it. And I feel like you've been sort of scouting it out, researching, maybe watching someone to see whether it is what you want. But I want to say to you, whoever this person's situation or occurrence, whatever it was you pushed away, is still waiting for you here. It's still ready for you. So if it's a person, they haven't moved on totally and wholly. They may be thinking about it at the moment, but they still are sort of in that position of either waiting for you to make a decision or thinking, knowing with their intuition that you're going to make the way back. I feel like it's really a very fruitful situation, and I think you've learned that through your intuition. Something here is being divinely guided. And there was something in the choice of this that was really paramount for you to decide which way to go. And I feel that you've looked at this first from the perspective of, you know, do you want this in your life on the 3D level? But I feel like somehow or another the universe has been bringing messages to you to say that this is something you need to follow up on. Okay, so there's the moving away from something and the closing down of some cycle. I feel like this whole thing is somehow connected, to the beginning reading here. I feel like somehow or another this is how you're getting your new start, by taking up this offer. That's what's bringing you clarity. That's where the clarity is coming from here. I feel like the universe has pushed you in that direction because that is what you needed to provide you with the idea of moving forward and how to do that. So let's look at the mini read again. I see you now moving forward, but I think that this is already past here to help you move forward. Something was offered to you here and got you into a bit of a stalemate because you weren't really sure which way to go. There seems to be a lot of stability here, but I think you were ignoring that. So if this is a job, it may be a job with quite a large organisation, government, something like that. And I think you've knocked it back thinking that perhaps that wasn't right for you. But something here is saying to me is, I feel like this tower moment has gone in order to bring you around to this clarity. And there seems to be your intuition kicking here to say that you need to make a decision first. It's almost like I'm reading your reading backwards, which is really unusual. So I think you've gone to get clarity. You've tried to balance out your life. You've tried to understand what it is you wanted. And it's like you've let go of this sort of defensive energy that was holding you back. You're no longer fighting for what is coming your way. I do see you closing down a cycle and making a decision to go back towards whatever situation this is. So you've rethought it through and you've realised you may have left an opportunity there thinking that it was lost, but it's not. It's still waiting for you. There's celebration here after a period of time of feeling very much left out in the cold, not really sure what you want. And I see this sun shining here, and I think you're definitely moving towards something that's bringing you clarity, but also bringing you a great deal of joy and happiness here. All right, let's pull you an oracle card. Oh, sorry, Virgo. Oh, there it is. We have the World card coming out. That's very nice because I talked about closing off cycles and bringing you new energy. 29. Okay, this is about expansion and opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision. Oops. I've turned too many pages when I've turned over. To expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. So this is what this card's... Oh, for goodness sakes, I'm going to have a day today, haven't I? That was negative. No, it's only the only time it's going to happen. This is about not broadening. This is fighting against opportunities. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Now, it's really funny because the reversed card talks about limiting your view of things. And I feel like that's why it's coming out in the upright. I think if we'd have done your reading when you were in the middle of this, it might have come up in the other way, saying that you were limiting your options, which I feel that you've been fighting against before. But I feel like you're now listening to your intuition and letting go of the expectations. So it's allowing you more opportunity here. Whether this is a relationship, a job, or an opportunity, you are now seeing the potential and moving forward. Thanks, Virgo.